So I went ahead and checked in with the librarian, and I'm perfectly fine, nothing to worry about. So I will continue. Over the past 2 years, I have served as both a substitute teacher and classroom assistant across all 4 classrooms within the Duco department. My responsibilities included presenting daily curriculum, supporting lesson plannings, and assisting in the development of age-appropriate educational materials. So here, as a youth counselor, I'm also talking about the work that I did in the classrooms, and I go on to repeating exactly what I did. So hopefully they didn't already see that. The employers whom I have applied with, I'm just curious now as I'm thinking about it. I must have copied and pasted my summary of what I did as a teacher assistant to what it was as a youth counselor, and so I'll have to go back in here as well and correct that because that's incorrect. Obviously it's a whole different department and there were different things that I did in that time, so oops, right? I have this platform. I haven't been applying to many companies because obviously I was employed for 3 years, but now that I'm going back in there, I have had some employers call me and I'm just like, do they even read the resumes? Because clearly my information is incorrect. So moving forward, I'll have to change that and make corrections. Marketing representative. So here I have dates 2018 to 2019, so that was quite some time ago before I started school. I was given the opportunity to market for healthcare professionals, and here some of the descriptions of what was done was develop and executed marketing strategies to promote products and services resulting in increased sales. And if you are interested in having more detail on that, I might just stir up some information to go into detail if I can remember correctly, because those fields are very fast-paced and you kind of just go with the wind, take the wing and fly. So conducted marketing research to identify target demographics and customer preferences, informing product development and advertising campaigns, created compelling copy of advertisement, brochures, website contact and email campaigns, developed relationships with key industry influencers through outreach programs resulting in increased brand visibility, coordinated the production of print collateral such as brochures or flyers, ensuring high quality standards were met within budget constraints, conducted customer surveys and market research studies to gather insight on consumer behavior and preferences. So that was one of the last marketings. I got to work with a physical therapist, and it was a great experience. However, again, I will emphasize that these careers are much more competitive, so you'll always have a shark. And in this case, I recognize that my family burdens, having to support my family and eventually myself, was much more important to me. So I ended up going into the educational system because I recognized that I could do the job so well, and I thought, well, if there was something in my life that I wanted to do, I want to make sure that I have the backbone, that I have the skills, and that I have the desire to attain what it is that is necessary for the sole purpose of feeling that I am capable of doing something that we love, because there's nothing greater in this life, I think, than having that opportunity to say you're already doing what it is that you know you want to do, but to say, no, I really do have the skills, the qualifications, and I am ready and I am excited. And life isn't easy and there are challenges, but with strength building and and most importantly, believing in yourself, anything and everything is capable. Anything and everything is possible. So, moving forward, I also have the Board of Direction Marketing Internship. This was more volunteer work, and this was in 2012 to 2014. And again, it was under a nonprofit organization in which we volunteered to contribute to actively assisting in conferences and volunteering in events, both offline and online, to increase brand awareness by using emails, social media platforms, and phone-directed messages to increase brand awareness. Planned and participated in the community meetings and fundraising campaigns, funded over 60% of the organization's initial goals, organizing special fundraising events, and enhance the opportunities of the visitation centers. And this has been now over two decades. Wow, over 2 decades ago, I had the opportunity of working with Guess Incorporation. I was so young. I was in my 20s then, and also an incredibly challenging position that was highly competitive. If it wasn't for, you know, that statement that they say, if it isn't what you do or what skills you may or may not have, it's actually, a lot of it has to do with who you know and what they're willing to do to get you on board. So obviously, as a 21-year-old, I was just out of high school. I didn't have any experience, but I did have the most important person in my life that believed in me and brought me under her wing to give me this opportunity. And in that, I discovered so many things about myself that I didn't know were capable, so many qualities that others saw in me. So you just don't know. You may think that you are incapable of doing something, but there's something that someone who is more experienced and has more knowledge sees in you and takes that and pivots you to be where it is that you need to be in life. So here it says we placed a planned production activity for companies' products, maintain, arrange, and coordinated calendars and schedules, processed product orders, maintained calendars of department meetings and projects, maintained direct communication with domestic and international vendors, assisted variety of corporations operations, performed special regional projects and activities, assisted in companies' workforce and resources to evaluate and enhance the product cost effectiveness, responding to all incoming emails and quality alerts, attended multiple meetings in supervisors' absence, accordingly prioritize all product production problems and concerns, ensuring timely resources to all matters. So that was a lot to go through. Obviously, if you're still hanging in here, thank you very much for sitting through this. I hope that that kind of gives you an idea of the experiences that we hold. I mean, we are all different and we all have had different opportunities. I always say that it isn't really the placements in which we have had that make us. In fact, many individuals that I've met through these past 3 years have this incredible work ethic, and you know, you have to have the strength